So when you're ready and you have your note cards done, what you're going to do is go into your project, go over to note cards, and then you're going to see you kind of have them all laid out however you want to lay them, and they're all labeled with what's in them. Okay. When you start putting in your topics, like say this one from Thomas, he had one that said love more, hate less. Okay. So maybe I have one about that. Maybe I have one about remember, or maybe, no, that's not how we phrase it. Never forget because history repeats itself. Maybe we have another one, treat others how you want to be treated. Okay, so whatever they might be. Okay, then you can look at your cards. Okay, and I have different ones because this is an old example project. But you can kind of look, like this one is about a movie that my students had watched, a documentary about Gerda Weissman Klein, a woman, and that's why it doesn't have anything here because it was a video. This was about, let's see if I can remember the name of it. I don't remember the name of it, but it was about this woman who was in a concentration camp, in a women's camp, and she had a woman Nazi guard. And so the lady helped her even though the girl got sick, and really the Nazi guard should have killed her, right? So talking about you can still treat people humanely and stuff. So I would put that under treat others how you want to be treated. So I would drag that card like that. Okay. So then what I could do is when I'm ready for it, okay, there is a way to print. Now on my side, I don't have it, but on y'all's, maybe it's over here, print, and you want to do outline with note cards. So keep those in there. Okay, and you want to export it to a Google Doc, obviously. You've used source. If you're, the ones that have websites, you have a URL. The one like attached to, remember you have the page numbers. You're not going to use tags or cues. We have quotes, we have paraphrase, we have my ideas. We put those on the note cards. You don't need to know, the history, like a timestamp of when you made that card. That doesn't matter. So you can uncheck those. So then you hit submit. And what it'll do is it will make a Google Doc, and it will open up all the cards, right? Anything you wrote on the card, and it will keep it sort of in outline form for you, okay? So it tells you, okay, there's my thesis. I know that's going to be like the last sentence in my introduction, okay? So I'm going to just like highlight and remind myself that. Then I've got my topic sentences, okay? And so here's my topic that I'm going to do about treat others how you want to be treated. And look, I have all of this stuff that I can have in here, right? And what I wrote in my ideas. So if I take out the title of the card and the paraphrase and stuff like that, I can just start making my paragraph. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I can copy and paste that into my rough draft document. So if my first sentence in the paragraph is going to be treat others how you want to be treated, I need to explain my source. So I could put in a documentary about women in concentration camps. It explains how a woman like Gerda Klein was sometimes treated nicely by the Nazi SS guards, even though the, oh, I spelled that wrong, sorry. Even though the guards had authority to be mean and even kill the prisoners. Okay, so see how I'm introducing the source. Like if the person reading your paper has never watched that documentary or never read that article or whatever it is, the first thing you have to do before you give the info on the card is you have to explain the source, like give like maybe a little one sentence mini synopsis. Okay, then I use what's on the card, right? And then I can take out that little section thing about what's on the card. Take out the spaces and stuff. Okay. And can you kind of see how I went from an outline and like note cards to there's several sentences already written for that paragraph. Does that make sense to everybody? So that's how you're going to do it. But you can't do any of that until you have all of your note cards done to be able to drag them. Okay.